Yeah, I'm solo, so I'm gonna show a lot of things, like solo. You can just go spec, like you don't need to be on the field.
Nice, like watching TV.
Yeah.
Need to remember to stop holding in the map button though.
I want to try some. Can you start the round? Can someone go in Alien in the Alien Hive?
Oh, we can do cheats. Does that work?
Oh, we have shits.
I already turned on cheats. You just need to ready up.
Okay.
Just right for start.
Right. School in session now, right on.
Okay, to check. You guys are on first person on me?
Yeah, I'm on you.
Okay. If I respawn like that, do you still stay on first person?
No,
no.
it kicked me out.
Okay. Go. And if I restart as a marine, go again first person. And tell me.
I'm on you again.
I'm still on you.
Works for me.
You stay on me?
Yep, still on you.
Okay, that's good. So I can shoot and respawn, and you're still on me?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's really good. Okay, so I'm gonna start the first probably hour. Like it's gonna be mostly specking, and it's gonna be out of combat skills, like how to move around the map, how to understand the meta game and shit like that, like defending artists and shit. So I will go through different points in order. I will write them up later on the forum, so you can watch them again.
Cool.
Okay, so first I want to speak about what for me, from what I learned when I was playing Unreal Tournament and Quake, makes a FPS player. Like a FPS player, first-person shooter, for me it's composed of three main skills, what I call the dogma. So it's the brain, the ability to understand the game, okay, what you need to do and shit. Then the movement, your ability to move efficiently around the map. And the last thing is the aim, the ability to kill your opponents. Okay, those three things combined together make a player. And why do I say that? It's because for the first part of this training, you will see that the aiming is really not that important. The most important is your brain and your movement. So you have to understand that to comprehend that a good marine player is not always the one with the better aim. Okay? So we're gonna start with moving around the map as a marine. So first thing I want to crush first is checking corners, because it's very important for me. It's a very big topic. So you guys are in first person. Can I start? Is good?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. Let's say I'm a marine spawning in shipping. I want to clear ops, okay? So I'm gonna clear those rooms up to here. What I see a lot of people do when they move around, they come around here and they're like that. They check corners like this, which is good, they check corners, but they lose a lot of time. They're like this, check corners, okay, that's clear, okay. This took far too long. Speed is so important in this game, and you need to move much faster than that. So the first thing you need to do when you check corners is to use your screen, exactly like in Quake, like players do that. You don't check a corner with your crosshair. You don't need to aim at the corner, okay? So for example, if a skulk is hiding around here, you don't need to aim like that. Here, I'm still holding my line, but I'm watching this, and I just need to sidestep, and I see the full corner. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly same thing here. Like I'm like that, I'm checking. Here, I checked here and here. But I didn't look at it. I'm just like, okay, checked. I'm checking my right, checking my left, but I'm not aiming at it. I keep moving. I check on top, checking on top, checking the sides, side, top. Same thing, side, top. You understand? Don't, for example...
Can we try that with a sculpt there and see how much they poke out?
Yeah. So can someone go skulk? Tearwing. Can you come up?
On the way, buddy.
You should pick a spot that you don't know about and see if you can see him.
He don't.
No, it's more important to know the model. Okay.
I can just chill like over here first. This side spot.
So as you move in, you see, like let's say a new marine, he will be like slowly, he will be like, you know, checking like that. But here, if I just look at my line and step, you see, I see him already. I just need to, you know, look at my screen. You see on the right of my screen?
Yeah.
Same thing for, let's say, come here. It's better to understand with when the sculk is on top of you.
Do you have maximal field of view?
Yeah, top maximum field of view. Okay, look, this is the perfect example. Why is it so important? It's because in this game, the best way the aliens can fuck you up is by team playing. So if this skulk engages you and the skulk engages from the front, if you are like that, you will get killed. Because you are turning your back to the main route, okay? While if you are like that, look, I'm here, look, I already see his head. You see? You see him move?
No, I don't.
You don't see him.
I must need to adjust my resolution because
No,
I
I
actually
see
don't
him.
see his head.
I think it's because of field of view here.
Are you
Yeah, I
running
don't
at
see
20 field
I
of
see
view?
him now. I see him now.
Yeah, I see
You
that
see?
too.
Yes.
So if I come like that, when I'm playing, I'm like this. Up, okay, I see him. You know? I don't need to aim like that. Because if there is no one here and someone engages from here, you then have to do this and this, you know? You have to come back like this. While if you are just, okay, I'm checking and my crosshair is already ready to fight. Maximum 5 on this game. Let's say go around on the sides, like hide here, for example, or against this. This is a good example too. Why it's better to be fast. Like, look, if I'm like that and I'm checking my corner like that, you see, I give my back to the skulk. Well, if I just check with the side of my screen, you see, I'm checking him right away. So this checking corners, you do what you mustn't do is don't check with your crosshair. It's useless. You are losing time. Trust me, it's really useless. Like, you come in a room, you check with your screen. Use the full span of your screen. You see, my crosshair, it mostly stays in the middle of my screen of the room. So I'm ready to engage from any side. While if I'm starting to check, okay, like this and shit, and they come, oh fuck, you know, I have to move my mouse too much. So when you are moving around the map, I'm gonna do a full route. Like, I'm gonna check corners and shit. I'm checking my corners. I don't need to fucking look at them. Same thing, you can, if you want added field of view, you can crouch a little bit, just very fast. You come here, crouch a little bit, okay, no one. Thing, no one. It allows you to move much faster on the map. And we will speak about that later, because the start of a round as a marine is the most important, the first 3 minutes. So that's the first thing. The second thing I do often, when people ask me about why I do that a lot, when they spec me, is I do this kind of things. Like I run, I check my back like that. This is what I call like a kind of security on me, like a 2-second security. What I check, I'm not checking by looking fast like that behind me when I run. I'm not checking the full room, of course. I'm not clearing the room. Checking corners, the thing we are talking about, is not clearing a room. It's very different. Checking corners allows you to move around the map without being surprised. All the skills we are going to talk about are about eliminating the surprise element, you know, which is the biggest strength of a skulk. So this back checking, I'm just checking this area around me, like the bite area, okay? When I do that, okay, no one is ready to bite me. You see? I'm still checking corners. Sometimes I look my back. When I'm not sure, when I know I'm not checking enough corners, I check my back. Here I know there is a lot of room. I can't clear the whole room if I have to pressure. I still check my back. Okay? Check my corners, check my back. I check my corners, check my back.
So when you do that quick spin, you're just looking to see if there's a skulk behind
I'm
you
just
within
looking
bite range.
at this bite range.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. My
Just
bite
a
range is
real
clear.
quick check.
Exactly. I call it the 2 second, like the bite range check. You know. I just okay. This is clear. I check my corners. I'm not sure I cleared this whole doorway because you know they can be some. No, it's not here, but yeah, here for example, they can be here and here. You know. I'm checking fast. I move it. Okay, I back check. It's fine. Back check. Okay. No one is following me. You know. In competitive, people will try to sneak up a lot on you. You know. So back check. So that's how I check corners, basically. I'm not aiming at the fucking corners, losing time like that. This is fucking useless. No. I use my fucking screen. Okay, checked. Check. This is all the skills I'm gonna talk about. It's for PC Wiz and matches. Okay, like when you are playing for real, of course. It's not. You can apply it in pub and wreck people, but it's mostly important against very good skulks and shit. Okay, second thing we're gonna talk about is taking corners and doorways. Simple thing you can do to abuse your field of view is when you take a door, you what we call you cut the pie, slice the pie in the army. You imagine this door, okay, this door here. You imagine there is a circle like that, okay, and you use this circle to check the door. You see? Because the model of the skulk, you will see it. You will see a part of it. So you don't come at the door close to it and check like that. No, or like that. Useless. You stay far from it and you use your field of view. Okay, this is clear. This is clear. Check up. Okay, I check my back. Fine. Let's do it another door. Same thing. Here it's harder. You have because you don't have much space, but you can still use it. Okay. Check up. Okay. Same thing. I check here. I can check here. I see. I'm moving. So the second thing for checking doorways and shit. Third thing you can use, and you should use it a lot in matches, is baiting. Baiting a doorway. So most people know it, but I'm gonna go all through all this basic shit. Okay, so people can use it again after. The first thing everyone knows is this, like the basic you turn 90 degrees to a side, you strafe and you jump. Because that way you don't lose speed. Because you know when you go back in NS, you are very slow. So you come to a doorway, if you are unsure there is a skulk, like there is a possibility, you strafe back. What people don't know, like most people don't know, is you can double jump this. Especially in fights, it's really good. You jump and you jump again because you don't lose speed. So you do it once, twice. I will do it on doors. Let's say you want to bait this door. You can jump once, twice. If he doesn't take the bait, just do it again. Keep doing it. Most skulks, at the second time or third time, they will try to engage you. So you do it, but from further away. Instead of doing here, you do it here. You bait him with the sound. Okay? Another way to bait skulks is, for example, in vents it works really well. It's with the sound. Like, you know there is a skulk in this vent, for example. You keep running, like if you are coming from base, okay? Like, he's in the vent, you keep running. And then you engage him. Like, you bait him by running to force him out of the vent. It works the best with parasites. So you bait them out of their hiding spot by playing dumb, you know? Like if he's up there, you keep running and then you engage. You don't come here and wait for him. It's useless. Loss of time again. It's all about speed. All about speed. Out of combat, another thing which is important, next thing is sneaking. When you are solo, all of this is about solo marining, okay? Solo playing. You need to sneak a lot. Like once you are past the mid map. Like for example, we started here in shipping. Once you are past repair elevator hub, you know this line on the map, you need to start sneaking much more. because it gives you so much more info in terms of sound, positioning, and shit like that. You can get in position without the skulk seeing you and shit like that. So what I want to say is, people say I sneak a lot and shit like that. Do it. Don't give a fuck about what people think. Okay, you are playing your game, so sneak a lot. Like at first, you will sneak too much for sure. You won't be in time for pressure and shit like that, but it's fine because you will learn because of it. You will learn. Okay, no, I can sneak. No, I don't need to sneak anymore. Always, when you have a possibility to sneak and you are not parasited, always do it. It's really important. You can check. You can still check corners like we said and shit like that, and you can still move. Okay. A little thing you can do too, like for example, when I come here, when we start warehouse, for example, if I'm or, is you can land without making any sound. Like you crouch and you don't make any sound like that. So I'm gonna show you how to do it. I'm gonna show you the difference here. If there is a skulks, look. Did you hear the sound?
Yeah.
I'll do it again. So you come here, you jump here. Too much sound. If the skulk is here, he heard you, you know? So what you do is you run up, you stop your movement in the air, and you crouch, and you make no noise at all. So he heard you run here. He thinks you are still up there, and you can check him. Okay? You can abuse that in different positions on the map. Like it's mostly when you have to go down. You can make no noise, and you can continue making no noise by jumping. Look, if I don't do it, you hear? I'm making noise. If I cancel my movement, I don't make any noise. So how do you do it? You jump forward, and in the air you press backward. So you stop yourself, and just before landing you crouch, and you make no noise. Okay. When you are moving around the map, mostly as the same thing as when you are clearing a doorway, like we said, you know, you are slicing the pie. What you need to do most of the time, you avoid walls at all costs. Like in your mind, walls are like lava, you know. You don't hug walls, never hug walls, because it gives the skulk an option to go on top of you. If you are not hugging walls, the skulk, he can't go on top of you. Like he needs to go a long route, you know, on top of you. If you are here, he can go directly on top of you. So do not hug walls. When I'm moving around, I'm not hugging walls. I'm checking my corners. I keep my crosshair in the middle of the room. I'm never fucking checking with my crosshair like that. It's useless. I check with my screen. Like this. Okay. And I'm not hugging walls. I'm not staying near walls. Okay? Never do that. Always fight from the center of a room or a corridor. That's basics of movements, like checking corners and shit. Second thing I want to talk about is laning. So laning the map, because people struggle a lot with that shit. In my mindset, when I'm fighting a skulk, I'm fighting a fade or a lurk. It's the same thing. Like there is no difference. The skulk can fuck your economy. Is in some part it can be more dangerous in the metagame than a fade. So when you are fighting skulks, don't think, oh, easy kill. Like I'm gonna engaging like a fucking tab. No. You need to bait him. You need to use all the things you have. You need to abuse all the things you know to do against him. You know, to bait him out of position and shit like that. So when you are laning, let's say I'm laning around hub. I'm the solo guy right side. Okay, I'm laning two RTs. This RT from mezzanine. First thing you need to do as a laner, really important, don't fucking stand still. Like, this is useless. Like, I see a lot of people, they're like that. Useless. You are not laning. Here, you are just giving your position. When you are laning, first thing, you can use corners. Like, corner strafes. Like this, I'm checking. I'm already checking. That's the first thing. I don't need to always stay here and have full information. Useless. Corner checks. Always. First thing. Second thing is you scout with the sound a lot. Like you can stay still a little bit, you know, around the corner and listen to what's happening around you. And you need to give the info, but communication we'll talk about later. This sneaking as a laner is one of the most important aspects. Like still keeping the element of surprise, like we talked about in the beginning. The surprise is everything. Everything we learn right now, everything we learn is to remove this element of surprise. A noob, you will see noobs always get killed from behind or from the side. A good marine, if you are the best marine, you never get killed from behind, you never get killed from the side. You always at least put some bullets in the skull. If at some point in your games you don't put one bullet on a skulk who is engaging you, it means you failed. You failed, your team, you failed it. Because you didn't check it fast enough and you moved like a retard. So always understand your surroundings. Brain, again, this is brain skill. So when you are laning, we are saying corner strafing, not getting parasited, you know, obviously, because you're standing still. It's bad, so use the walls. Play the skulks as if they are fades, so if the skulk is presenting itself here and is trying to para, don't engage. You pull back. Okay, you know easier now. You know easier. You don't engage. You can check him. Okay, is he moving? No, he's not moving. I'm still checking. You know? The bad way to do it is, oh, there's a skulk. I'm gonna fucking engage him. No. Imagine it's a fade. You are not gonna go solo like that against a fade. Think the same way. Because you are the laner. You are not fucking pressure yet. Another thing when you are laning is you need to cover at least two things. In Snails, what we said is if you are only laning one RT, you are not a laner, you are useless. So you need to be pressuring. So for example, what I mean is this. Here, if you are laning here, like this is not laning. This is defending ops. This is not laning. You are laning nothing. Because you don't have info on the map. You have just info on south and on ops. You need to defend two things. Most of the times, two RTs. If you lane two RTs, you are a good laner. So for example, here, where I was, this is laning. Because I'm defending LA and ops. And I can still hear the skulks running here, in South Tunnel.
What about something like Hub that's really important, but there's no R2s attached to it?
It's fine, because hub, one laner in hub, I don't like to lane in hub, by the way. I think it's bad. I see a lot of people laning in hub. I think it's better to lane in South Tunnel, like this.
Legit, big long tunnel makes sense.
You can pull back if they engage, and you still have info on Logi. Remember, when you are laning, you want to be this fucking ninja, you know, kind of. Like you want to be undetected. So if a skulk is running on Logi, you hear him, you know, and then you can switch your lane, and you can switch lane to Logi. But up, basically, we'll talk about that in positioning. It's still a very good position. As a defensive position, it's probably the best position on the map because it's so open, you know. You have very long lines. Skulks can't really engage you. You can use this shit, but it's not very good. But hub, you are laning. You are still laning Logi. You are laning kind of repair. You are laning South Tunnel. So you are laning ops from one side. You know, you are laning two things: ops,
sense,
Logi.
yeah.
You are still laning two artists. Where you are not laning is here. And you see that a lot in pub, you know, people, they say they are laning, they're not laning. They're holding like that, you know, they get parasited and they stay here. They're not laning anymore. Because the Skulky will just run two ops. That's bad. Imagine the same position, but now you are here. Much better. You are still laning Logi. So if you hear him run, you can go kill him. And you are laning South Tunnel, the full south of the map. Yeah, you need to play less aggressive most of the time, and most like what I would do, but it's another subject, is I would call a teammate to switch with me, you know, unparasited teammate most of the time. So let's say I know a teammate is respawning. I'm here, for example, I'm laning here. I got parasited from hub. A teammate is respawning, I'm moving. I make it look like I'm giving out South Tunnel, and I call my teammate, yo, take South Tunnel. You know? So my teammate is coming without making too much noise, and the Skulk will probably try to go soft tunnel behind me, you know? So yeah, you switch it up. When you are parasited, you can use your parasite as a bait, exactly like when you are clearing vents. You keep in mind, like, there is a Skulk in the vent, you run, but you know he's here, you know? You bait him to engage. Same thing as when you are a laner, you are in soft tunnel parasited, you run to repair through this corridor to bait the Skulk to engage soft tunnel. You understand? You use your parasite so the Skulk follows you. Another thing I want to talk about was yeah, engaging when you're engaging Skulks. When you're a laner, I see a lot of people do this shit, which is not that bad. Like they're laning like this constantly. They never move. They never take info. You know, they're just waiting, and then like they have like let's say 3 or 2 Skulks coming. They kill the first one maybe, and then they get killed. Don't be proactive. Don't be in this game. Don't be reactive. Be always proactive. Why? Because by being proactive, which means imposing the pace of the game, you know, on the enemy, instead of receiving the pace, you know, you are eliminating one very important thing. It's the communication advantage from the enemy. So let's say a Skulk heard you. They're coming from mess, okay? You are here. You are laning. Let's say the first thing I said, like this guy who is laning like that, the Skulk, there is a Skulk maybe in hub, or this Skulk heard you sidestep a little bit, you know? And he's like, oh, there is one in LA. So now they are coming, they know you are in LA, you know? So they will engage on the walls, they will do everything to crush you. While if you are proactive like this, you take the info, they are rushing, there is one in LA, you engage directly. You know? You destroy their communication right away. It's much better. Always be proactive. In fights, always be proactive. Take the fight. Don't let the fight come to you. Take the fight. Take it. It's the same thing with a shotgun. When you are like this, you are waiting, sidestep right away and engage. Don't stay like that. In some position is good, but most of the time you have to be proactive. It's much better. Yes, when we will do duo shit, I will ask you. Clearing, like laning, another part of laning is capping. It's the same thing. As a capper, you are a laner. You need to understand that. Like most people don't understand that. So when you are capping a room, you still use what you learn, like checking corners, but this time you need to what they call clearing the full room. You need to clear the full room. Most people, what they do, like let's say they go elevator, they have to cap elevator, they go like that. Imagine I'm checking corners and shit, okay? I'm checking corners, they go like that, and they cap. And if a good Skulk is here, he will engage from here, he will engage from here. No, when you are capping, always check your where your back is gonna be. You check full room, what I call. So you come here, okay, I check around my RT, okay, my RT is clear, I can cap it. I didn't check all this, okay? Because it's in my field of view. It's in my field of view. You understand?
Yeah, you just check the stuff behind you instead of all the shit over there and wasting time.
Let's say, yeah, I'm not losing time too much, because if I start clearing of course everything, you know, I'm gonna lose a lot of time for capping. So always imagine a room cut in 2 parts, a part in your field of view and a part not in your field of view. Ops is much simpler. So let's do this. So I come here, I check my corners, I have to cap. Okay, I check all my back is clear. Okay? I'm not gonna fucking clear all that shit, it's useless. Because it's in my field of view. Okay? And when you cap, you still look at what's happening. And I keep my crosshair always where I think the Skulks are gonna come from. Or the enemy. You know? That's really important. Same thing for Logi. I'll show you. So let's say you have to cap Logi, you check your back, check the room. Up, you can even check the vent if you want. Check the vent and cap. And you keep the vent and the entrance inside. Okay? You don't need to check all that shit, it's useless. Always check your back. Repair is the most interesting one, of course, on this map, because there is this, like the well-known spot of the skulks, like this spot here. This spot. You will see a lot of marines, even though on good marines, you can ambush them from here. Because they never check their RT. So when you come to cap, when you're a laner, check your fucking RT. Always check your fucking RT before capping it. Okay, I check my RT, I can cap it now. Okay? Let's now I'm gonna talk about positioning in a room as a marine. Let's take our processing. Okay. First thing I want to talk about, like people don't talk about that a lot, it's the momentum like the Skulk can achieve is it's all centered on walls, you know, on walls. So when you're positioning yourself in a room, and this is a big part of the game, when you're holding a room, what you don't want is to stand on this momentum route. So imagine the map, like this map, this here, they spawn in warehouse, okay? And I'm holding ore. What I don't want to is to hold on this, all this part, because they will be coming really fast on this part, you know, if they rush you from the walls. So what you want to do is you want to stand either very far away from the momentum they're coming from, or on the side of the momentum they're coming from. Okay? That's the first thing. The second thing is there is pros and cons to long line of sights and short line of sights. Like a long line of sights, most of the time, if you know, everything we learned from laning, by the way, is still applies here, you know, like corner checking and shit like that to not get parasited and shit like that. So when you hold a long line of sight, most of the time, if it's a big rush, you will deal a lot of damage, but you won't kill as many as a short line of sight. What I mean by that is, here is a short line of sight because you have much less distance to engage the skulks, you know, if you are not... Imagine I'm not parasited, by the way. Here, you have a very long distance to engage the skulks. But with a short line of sight, you have the element of surprise most of the time. So this, when you position, you have to take it into account, okay? If you know a lot of skulks died, you should take a long line of sight. If you know a lot of skulks died, take a long line of sight to deal a lot of damage. So your teammates then behind you, they can clear up the rush. If the skulks are all alive, like not a lot of fights happen, you can take short line of sights. Because most of the time it's gonna be 1 or 2 skulks. So you will surprise them. Okay? So line of sight, so what can we talk about? Yeah, of course, when you position, yeah, let's say in ore. Let's do this full in ore. So the first thing we talked about is line of sight, long line of sight versus short line of sights. Another thing is walls again. Remember, it's lava, you know? Walls, you don't fucking hug walls. Never. Like this.
Corners are okay.
Corners are kind of okay, but it depends. It's dependent of the number of skulks alive most of the time. Because if you stand in a corner...
For skulks, for lurks and fates, you kind of want to touch the walls, right?
Yeah, this is something different again, yeah. What I'm talking about mostly right now, it's against skulks, okay? Not against life forms.
If you have a shotgun instead of assault rifle.
Yeah, it's different again. I will talk about it just in a few. Yeah, basically shotgun is very, very close quarter, but yeah. Okay, so if a lot of skulks are alive, it's okay to take corners, like you just said. Because you know the rush, like it's not gonna be a lot of skulls coming. You know, they're already on the map, the skulks. If a lot of skulks died, it's gonna be a lot of skulks coming from the hive. So take a longer line of sight. Okay. You see what I'm doing right now? This never, when you change positions in NS, always fucking jump. You know, always use this what I talked about. You know, don't run to your position. No. Use your movement skills. You are backing off, you are still looking in front of you. And sometimes you can check your back, check corners with the side of your screen.
I'm
Okay.
using the corner to avoid parasites.
Exactly. Always do that. Don't stand like a retard like in the middle of the room. Useless. Just use the corners. Don't
In
stand
every room, you use corner.
every room I can use a corner, I use a corner. Every room. Every single one. There are rooms like this where you can't really, like if you hold from here, you can't really use corners, you know? But it's fine. It's because it's a little part of the game. Like most of the time you will be able to use corners. So yeah, avoid walls. Avoid walls. Most of the time avoid fucking walls. When you are positioning, let's say in mezzanine, here it's a very, very good position to hold. Like you can hold from here, you know, and corner check the hive while still hearing the vent, and you probably have a teammate now coming up. Don't fucking hug the walls, useless. Or like this, don't hug the walls, useless. Long line of sights. Long line of sights, always. So position, let me check. Yeah, another thing is positioning in a room when there is PV. I see a lot of guys, they, let's say there is a tunnel here in Mez, you know, in this corner. They go like this, and they start shooting it. No. What you need to do, especially when you are in a group, you stand far from the tunnel. Even if you deal less damage to it, you stand far from it. Because it will give you the time to reload your magazine and engage the skulks. If you're here, even if it's mid-distance, this is what I call mid-distance, like from the tunnel, you won't have time to reload. Never. So stand far from it. PvE, same thing. When you're attacking a crag, I see a lot of people, like, if there is a crag up there, you know, they run up to it and shit, and they give it the position. You can just stand here and still lane and shoot at the crag in the same time. Shoot at things from far away. Use the distance, always. Same thing for a hive, same thing for an RT. I see a lot of guys, which is really funny to me, you know, because it's simple shit, you know. I'm talking about basic shit, but I see it still happen in gathers and shit. Like they are pressuring Mez and they're like that, they're shooting at the fucking RT like that, like Minecraft, you know. What the fuck? Like you just need to stand here, you know. You can corner check like this and you can shoot the RT. You don't need to go to the RT. You know.
Do you ever compromise your positioning, say your commander's on low res numbers, to use your X instead of ammo?
It depends. Yeah. Again, it's mostly like dependent on you know the fights happening around you. If I know a crush is not coming, so let's say three or four skulks died and I have a little bit of time, yeah, I can exit. If I know they are near their hive and they are ready to rush something, no, I will never go close to the RT, never. In a match, I mean, I don't care about gathers because gathers it's kind of retarded, but in a match, yeah, no. If I know I can get ambushed in that room, no, I'm not gonna compromise myself. I will. The most important skill as a marine in playing the marine itself is first, well, like I said, eliminating surprise. Like if you are surprised in a match, I know everyone playing this game knows about that. You know, when you are running around the room, a skull drops on you. You know, surprise. Or a Herakles comes from behind. Oh, surprise. When you manage to keep this surprise to 10% of your matches, you are becoming really, really good. If this surprise, like if you play in the boots of a noob, this surprise element, you would be amazed how much they are surprised. Like it's 60 to 70% of their time played. You know, they are always surprised. Oh fuck, a skulk. Oh fuck, you know. No. You need to first thing eliminate that shit. You mustn't be surprised. And second thing, like what Kabubel was asking, is compromising yourself. The second thing is you need to stay alive the longest you can. Surviving the longest you can. Why? Because it allows your teammates to rotate. If you die too fast in a fight, your teammates don't have time to rotate and start laning, you know, the map. So let's say I'm solo pressuring Meza. I have my teammate in hub. He's covering North Tunnel, okay? If I compromise myself with my axe, I'm checking a bit, but there is a skulk here, I didn't see him. I start axing, he engage, but he wins the fight. he might be able to run up to elevator, okay? So don't compromise your position. Always try to stay alive the longest you can, even by backing off. Remember this backing off shit. If you know that you can't take the fight, you back off. Always back off. When a hard fight is coming, call in your teammates. Don't be Rambo and take it alone.
But if you're standing there in the position in mezzanine, you are still close to a wall and can't see skies coming from. So.
Here,
Yeah.
you can look. I'm watching server. Like I was saying, you know, I'm corner checking it. I'm shooting at the RT, but I don't stand here or I don't stand far from it, because here in this position I have this space from this space, you know. So of course I can't stand so too far, you know. I have to stand a bit close to it, but I'm still corner checking it. You see on my screen?
Yeah.
I see them moving through. Most of the time they will try to parasite you.
You probably can't see them get into mezzanine behind that wall though, if they creep.
What?
If they sneak on the far left, you won't be able to see them.
Look at my screen. If I'm shooting the RT, I see that shit, you know?
If they get up top, he can see them if they try to
Okay,
cross it.
look, I'm gonna explain exactly because I'm going maybe a bit too fast. When I'm shooting the RT here, I shoot it a little bit. Here I'm checking server, you see? But here, in the same time, I'm checking that part. You see, I saw a feet here. You see, I see him. When I'm shooting the RT, it's not Minecraft again. Don't fucking look at what you shoot when you are shooting PvE. It's the same thing as corner checking, what I was talking in the beginning. Noobs, they're like this, they come to the RT, oh, they're focusing on the RT, the HP of the RT, you know? No, you don't do that. You come at it, you shoot it, but what I'm looking at here, I'm shooting like this, but I'm looking here. Or here. You know, with my eyes. I'm not, my eyes, they are not here. They are here, then here, then here, then here, constantly.
I find myself looking at RTs a lot when I'm shooting them.
Yeah, that's a mistake you need to remove from your gameplay.
Because there's no point. It's not moving. It's just it's gonna die or it's not gonna die.
Yeah, it's gonna die and it's not gonna move. It's not gonna run away from you, you know?
I don't know, those crags are pretty fast, man. When they start moving.
I have another question. When you're standing in soft tunnels now, what do you do when the game starts? You run to soft tunnels and you get parasited from hub, and you know there's a skulk waiting. Are you still trying to get to hub, or are you changing the route?
You can
rotate, right? You can rotate with the buddy.
Yeah.
So you're standing here and you get parasited. Your mission was to go to hub.
And my mission is to take hub, okay? So if I'm parasited, I will slow the game down, like I said. If it's a gather, I don't care, I will rush. But if it's a match, I will slow the game down right away. But this is much more advanced, but yeah, let's talk about that. Like, basically, when you clear a room as Marines, there is something like Arkia was doing. It was, how do you call that? Synergy, or when something is exactly like another thing. Wait, oh my fucking god! I don't know. You know, when you fold a piece of paper in half, you know, it's the two things are together. Whatever. Imagine
Symmetry.
Symmetry, exactly. So you have what Arkia was trying to do in their marine play was to be symmetrical always. What it means is most of the time, what you see is the guy is gonna go like you're asking clear hub, okay? He's gonna go clear hub. But the Marines in the beginning they're still fucking capping ops and logi. It's not symmetrical at all because what does it do? It opens lane. He's opening repair lane, and he's not scouting the sound of elevator anymore. Okay. So what do I mean by symmetry? If you are here and you are parasited, you're just waiting. You wait it out. Okay, your teammates in ops, they capped. You see them on the map, you are watching at your map. They are around the vent in elevator. Your teammates in logi, they are around the end of the vent in logi. So they are here behind this wall, and your teammates are here behind this wall. Now the map is symmetrical, because you are clearing the map in a line. You understand? You are not opening lanes. So as soon as they move up to elevator, you can start moving up. You understand? And if you need help, now they are in position to help you. You know? Because it's symmetrical. If it's asymmetrical, they are not in position to help you. They are still in fucking ops. They will never help you. You understand? So that's how you clear two rooms side by side. The best way is to do that. To do it symmetrically.
Okay,
so
so I'm still going to hub even if I know they are waiting for me. Probably.
No, you are waiting. You are waiting. If you are...
Yeah, you're gonna sit tight until your buddies move up a little bit, man.
Yeah, you wait your buddies to move up.
Okay, but you go in even if you don't know if the skulks are still there or not.
Yeah, it's your job to clear it. So you use everything you know. You check like that.
Okay, and prepare for engagement.
You check sides. you don't fucking check with your suit because with your crosshair because you will lose the fucking fight.
Yeah.
You still keep your crosshair in the middle. What you need to do is at least kill one skulk. Every single fight, a good marine kills the skulk. If you don't kill the skulk, you failed. So you need to learn from it. You can check. You can, like I said, you can back check. Like if you know it's a lot of skulks, always double jump. Because if you do just one jump, you will get killed. So if you know it's a lot of skulks, always double jump. Take a long distance. If it's only one who parasited you, you still check. You still bait. You can take. If it takes 20 seconds, it takes 20 seconds. Whatever, it's a match. It's better if you survive than if you die. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
So if he doesn't take the bait, whatever. My teammates, they are still clearing the sides, Take your time, and then engage.
Hera, how often have you used the kill command in a match?
To kill myself?
Yeah.
I don't use it. As a marine?
Yeah.
No, I don't use it. When you're parasited?
No, just to protect base. If you notice that your team is out of position, and nobody's at base, and you suspect there's a Russian coming?
No, I don't do that.
Okay.
Is it even allowed?
Yeah, it's probably a lot, but no.
Yeah, you could do it. It's pretty obvious because then it shows
It
up
takes
in the kill
longer to
cam.
respawn, so there is a penalty.
Okay.
Oh, there is?
So I will continue about the positioning shit because it's a big topic. So long line of sight, short line of sights. Yeah, someone was asking about shotguns, so I'm gonna do shotguns now. A big problem I see, yeah, people with shotguns are standing, they're holding, which is good. It's a good position, a long line of sight with a shotgun. It's a good position because you see the skulks coming from far away, but you won't deal much damage. That's the biggest problem. So as a shotgun, I would much prefer the marine holding a much shorter line of sights, or even breaking one of the lows, hugging the entrance more. As a shotgun. Always hug entrances. Same thing for hub.
It was I that asked about it, and thank you for it.
Here, you have to switch it up. If you are the laner in a hub and you have a shotgun, you can ever lane from here, but not from the middle, never. Here is better. You always break the line of sight, never stand in the middle to get parasited. Short line of sights. With a shotgun, you need to maximize your damage, always. Same thing for repair. With a shotgun, here is a good LMG hold, but it's not a shotgun hold. A shotgun hold would be on here, like this, closer, and you can still check with the side of your screen. Sometimes the vent, you don't fucking aim at it. You just check. Okay, it's clear. It's clear, Same thing for ore. This is really important when we'll be talking about group fighting. Like a shotgun, you shouldn't be fucking standing here. That's bad. You should stand closer, always close to the entrances. So, here. Or on the other side.
When you have a shotgun, do you ever take the long field of view with your pistol? Do you ever use your pistol if you have a shotgun?
No, never.
Okay.
I never switched to
Makes
my
sense,
second weapon.
because too long to switch, so
Yeah,
I can see
never.
that.
Never. I'm always on knife. Well, if it's to clear an RT sometimes, but otherwise never.
Shotgun's
Sometimes,
always out. Alright.
if a lot of your teammates got cleared and you are really not sure about your position, you can hold a long line of sight with a shotgun. But it's not gonna be it's not gonna allow you to get kills. It's just to get information.
Information, yeah.
But yeah, so basically with a shotgun, you have to go against the laws of the LMG. The LMG, you want to maximize your damage from far away while still scouting with the corners and shit. And with the shotgun, you can go closer. You can hold closer like this, or even closer, or on here, or even on here. So that's with shotguns. I wanted to talk about another thing. It was timings. So this is something we did in Snails. Let me show you. Okay, I'm gonna go in Marine Start. You have to go back on me. Okay, so in high competitive, most of the teams they split by spawns. So if you spawn here, you are pretty sure to be repair side. If you spawn on there, you are pretty sure to be upside. Okay. So what we would do in Snails, we would learn map timings. So we would take the best spawn. Like for example, me, I was often repair pressure when I spawn here. I would take my pistol alone on the server, and I would run with my pistol like that. The fastest possible way up to repair. And I would count the seconds it took me to do that. Then I would go skulk. And this I did it by myself.
That's a big skull.
Okay. I would take the best spawn, it's around here in warehouse. And what I would do, I would, like, I'm talking at the same time, so I'm failing, but yeah. I would rush the fastest way possible, you know, to the same spot. To the exact same spot, you know, in timing. What did it give, what does that give to me? It gives me the timing on every single hive. For example here, if I'm logi side and my com calls server, by timings I know that I can be here, around here, before the skulks, for sure. The skulks will be around here. And you can test it by yourself, they will be around here. So basically you can steal ore from them before them taking it. You can start, you know, laning ore and shit like that. If they spawn in warehouse and I'm the repair pressure, I will be, by timings, I will be here when the skulk is reaching these stairs. So, what do I mean by that? Our main strat as Snails was 2-man pressure repair right away to deny the tunnels and shit in the hive or in ore and shit. When Rios, the com, was calling server room, we would not even give a fuck. We would just fucking run. Because we would know the skulks will still be in hub, and you can watch it against Godard. Against Godard, they spawn in warehouse. It's different, but you can watch what I mean later. So if it was server spawn, we would run like this and start checking here. Because we knew our timings. A noob team, like not noob, but who doesn't know timings, what they will do, they will come around here, they will hear skulks in hub, and they will start, okay, oh yeah, we have to check everything. Oh, we are losing a lot of fucking time, you know? No. If you know your fucking timings, you know, yeah, there is no skulk here for sure. And you can start checking around here. And bam, you take the better position from them. You already stole ore from them. You understand? With your pressure. If they are in warehouse, and we spawn in shipping like that, and Rios would call its warehouse, when we were pressure, we would know, like I said, that as soon as we would be here, there would be skulks here. So if you look at the World Cup when we were playing, as soon as Ray and me come here, we switch to LMGs right away because we knew there might be skulks, and sure there were skulks. There was Icefeld and some other skulk, and we cleared them right away because they didn't expect us to know the timing so well, you know. Right away up, we shot the spots where they would be. So knowing your timings is really important. You can do the same thing on ops. I will show you. This you can learn by yourself, by the way. So I'm running to ops. If I know it's server, the skulk will be in the vent when I will reach here. So most of the time you won't be able to pressure too much. But if it's warehouse, you can still reach here, around here, before the skulks, without making noise. So what I do a lot of time, like I would come here, I would bunny up, cancel my sound. Because if you don't cancel the sound, this is the last step the skull can hear. So you come here, if you don't cancel the sound, bam, he heard you from the vent. Well, if you run like that, you jump, you cancel your sound, he didn't hear you, for sure. He's not, skulks, they nearly never check here. They check the power node.
But he hears you switching the weapon, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, of course you be careful about that and shit, but yeah, you see what I mean. So you run, you can switch your LMG beforehand, of course, and don't make noise, okay? What's important about those timings, it gives you strategies, you know, as a marine team. If you don't know like most teams, they don't know timings. They don't care about them. So they are never aggressive in the beginning because they don't know their timings. They don't know when they can be aggressive. So as a team, knowing your timings is really important. Like yeah, you were calling me, you are telling me if they're in hub already, you know, when you reach it. They want like if they spawn in server, you can steal hub from them most of the time. They will be around here and around the box here. So you can steal it right away. If they're in warehouse, it can be harder. But this, you learn it by knowing timings. Another thing is life form timings. So you have lurk timings, fade timings, and shit like that. What I do when I'm on the field, when you have lurk timings, you need to start again snaking much more. And not get parasited and get in trapping positions. So lurk timing is 3 minutes, around 3 minutes, 2:30, 3 minutes. And fade timing 7 minutes. When fade timings comes up, you need to start duoing, which will show with spring. It's playing with the teammates always. What I mean by that is when I see fades pop up, I see a lot of Marines in matches and gathers and shit like that. They run by themselves constantly, even if they have a teammate spawning. So they know the enemy team has phase, okay? They have to clear elevator, and you see the Marines, they run like that. They check corners and shit, but they run alone. No, you don't do that. When fade timing pops up, you wait your teammates, and you clear together the rooms. Okay? That's the second thing. No, I'm gonna show you some things with Springu. It's not gonna be very long, it's just a basic shit again. Okay. So I will be the second Marine, okay? I will be the second Marine, and you check corners and you keep moving up to hub, okay? And you guys look where I position myself when he's moving. Okay, go for it. Okay, so come back. Let's say we are here. I see the first thing I fucking hate in gathers is people bypassing you. This is fucking terrible. Like if spring is like start checking the corners and you will see Marines like this up and they bypass you. It's useless. Never do that. Never bypass your teammates. He's leading, he's the leader, you are following him, you are covering him. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I evolve around him. He's not evolving around me. I'm not leading him. I'm not telling him what he has to do. He does his own shit. So you react to what he does. When he's look to hub and go to the right. Okay, he's going to the right. I go to the left. If he goes to the left, I go to the right. You know, I'm not standing just behind him in the way I will shoot him. No. I'm sidestepping always. Here he is on the left of the room. I saw him cutting his wall, you know, like that, which is really good, you know, like that. I don't need to do the same thing. I don't need to come here. No. I'm standing on this side of the room because it opens his feet, you know. You understand? Same thing here. If he's coming here and he's a bit on the left, I stay on the right because it opens the line of sight. If I go on the left, my line of sight is fucked. So always react to what your teammate does. Don't stand still. Always react to it.
You want to complement your teammate's line of sight?
Exactly. And you want to cover this whole area here around him. And if you are like that here, I can't cover this area. So I need to sidestep a bit to cover in front of him a bit on the side. Okay, that's first thing when you are moving, evolving around your teammates, you react to what he does. Second thing, when he was coming to this doorway, I started making less noise. You can bait the noise of your teammates. So a thing we would do with Spring when we were in fielding, he would cover me like that, and I would start sneaking like that, and checking the doorway, you know. So let's do it from the start and do it on every doorway. So do like you are checking the corners and shit, the doorways, and you don't make noise, like we would do, and I make noise. So what we would do was that I would keep sidestepping like that, so the Skulk, you know, he thinks I'm walking to the doorway. But Spring, you see what he does? He's surprising the Skulk by not making noise. This is a very important skill in Duo. And I still apply, he's going on the right, I go on the left. He's going on the right, I go on the right. You know? And I make noise, a lot of noise, so he can sneak around. That's the first way to use a teammate. Use the sound.
So basically, you are baiting and not.
Exactly. This is
Okay, I
exactly
thought it's
that.
always the opposite, that the first one is baiting for the second one.
Yeah, no. It's the second one baiting for the first one. Yeah.
Okay.
The second way to do it is with a parasite. This works even better with a parasite, but it's kind of the same thing. Like I will stand here with a parasite, and he will start sneaking up on the door. You know. But don't make it too obvious. If you are standing like this, they won't come. You know, you have to move up with him. You know, a bit. Like if you are checking the door. You know.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the second thing. Third thing you can do is what we come to. Let's go ops. Like here, he can sneak here. We were talking about this sound baiting the Skulk, you know, who is in the vent. Here, what I can do, exactly, he did it by himself, you saw. I come here, I make a lot of noise, like I'm gonna go elevator to cap, and he's sneaking behind me. You see? So the Skulk, he might come here and try to parasite me, and he will get fucked. So again, you are baiting your teammate, he's baiting me. He's baiting my sound. This you can do against any life forms too. Against fades and shit, you can just pop out at a corner, run like that, to bait the engagement, while the other Marine is staying at the corner to engage the life form. It works really well against Lurks. It's most of the time it's the way to kill a Lurk as a duo. A duo should always have the advantage against a Lurk. Like for example in Mess, you can have him sneak around here, you hitting the RT, like we said. Lurks are coming, both Lurks, you back off, you run to hub, and you engage. You know, you bait them to your teammates. The goal is to bait them to your teammates. Okay, next thing is when we are moving, like for example in a corridor or in a hub. When you are moving, you always use a column. The column, it's when a Marine is forward and one is backward. Why? Because a column in the army is the best way to counter an ambush from the sides. Because as soon as someone engages from the right, if we look right, this side, we are in a line now. Okay? We can both deal damage. If someone comes from the left, same thing. We are in a line. We can both deal damage. If it comes from the front, we have time to sidestep. You see how we sidestep? Away from each other. If you are moving, let's do the same thing, but in a line. Like on my right or my left, like this. If we are moving like this, and someone comes from the right from the box, look, I'm shooting him. You know? While if you are progressing in a column, we can both shoot him. Okay? So when do you switch from column to line? It's basically when you are on pressure or when you are starting to lane or holding your room. When you are moving, you want to be in a column. You want always to be in a column like this, with him covering me, because here if a Lurks comes, we are both, bam, we can both shoot. Okay? Always a column. But when you stop to pressure, like here, we can start being in a line. Like he's here and I'm here, I still keep him in line of sight. We are in a line facing server. We are not anymore in a column. I don't stand here behind him. No. We stand in a line. We switch the formation. You understand? So every time you push a hive, every time you are fighting, you switch from column to a line. So everyone can deal damage. Same thing for fades. Like this is very basic, but a lot of people don't do it. Like you are pressuring a hive. People they will start to be like that, like with a Marine in front and shit. No. You need to stand side by sides, so you can both deal damage, and the fade gets wrecked. If you bypass your fucking teammate like fucking people do all the time, you deny his fucking damage. You deny your teammate damage. You are like, I do that in Gather, so I know it's fucking bad, and I know why it's bad. Okay, it's because you are thinking, fuck yeah, I'm gonna fucking own something, bro. You know, and you come in, you deal a lot of damage, but basically you are denying your teammate his damage. You understand? You deny your teammate his damage because you are fucking in his line of sights. So always, if you are together, stand to his side. Don't bypass him. Never bypass him. Even if you are like if the fade is low, don't do that. Don't bypass him.
Can you use crouching to bypass?
To bypass a teammate?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. For example, when you are baiting a doorway, you can bypass. If you are like let's say the first one is parasited, okay? I can back off and he can bypass me while crouching like that. You see?
Okay.
Like we said, he can use me to check the room. This is very like when we are playing, we are constantly calling that kind of shit, like old school. We will say, okay, I'm baiting you. Okay, no, I'm baiting you. You know, and shit like that. Like for example, I remember when we killed the Lerk here with me and Spring. It was against Titus, I think. Like he was parasited, so he was around here, and I told him, okay, I'm baiting you, and I was with the shotgun, and he was with his LMG, and the Lerk he came around here and engaged and got shotgunned right away. Because we used this bait system of each other's. The last thing as a duo is when you are progressing, you want to keep distance, okay, some distance. But once the fight starts, you want to get closer to your friend. You don't want to hug him like this, but you want to stand closer. Why? Because if you win the fight, you can directly weld him. If you stand too far away like that, it's not really good. It's better to stand a little bit closer to him. Not too close, but
don't hug.
Mid-distance. Yeah, you don't hug, but you still stand closer. If we would be moving here, I could stand here, like this, and cover him. But if, bam, rush comes in, I close the gap. You close the gap right away. To deal more damage. What it allows too, it allows focuses. Focuses like, let's say if three skulks are coming to rush him, if I'm standing here with a long line of sights, I'm not really shooting, most of the time I won't be shooting the same thing as him. If I come a bit closer, I can focus the same things as him. We can focus skulks one by one. You know, first one, second one, third one. So, as soon as you engage as a group, you close the gap. Close the gap. Exactly like when you push a hive. Like, let's say we are shotguns, come. You don't stand one on this side of the hive, one on this side of the hive. It's fucking bad. It's terrible. You close the gap. You stand near him. You don't hug him. You don't block his fucking strafes because then he can't strafe the fades. But you close the gap.
I would be very happy to see the Marines splitting up and be on the different side of the hive. One bone wall between them, and they can just get focused down one by one.
Exactly. Yeah. So you need to stand closer to each other. And when you get bone walled, if you are standing closer to each other, you can focus the bone wall right away. Bam. 2 shots or 3 shots.
Do you employ a system of like right to left or left to right for enemies incoming to a room?
Yeah, we this is in group fights, yeah. But it's more useful in Alliance, honestly, because in Marines it can get really hectic with the the baits of the fades. You know, like some fades will start baiting you to shoot them and shit like that. So you can't really call out left or right. You know, what you call out is most of the time you focus skulks, you focus squishes. So by focusing skulks, you focus something that has very low HP and can be killed really fast, but it has really high DPS. A skulk has really high DPS in a fight. Okay? So by focusing skulks, in a matter of seconds, you are denying like 80% of their DPS right away. You understand? While if you focus the very high life forms like the fades, the skulks will still damage you.
Usually if you fight like full lifeform teams, usually either say like first or second fade. You don't go like left to right. Like let's say a lot of teams, especially Titus, when they had Rentology and Shashi play Fades, they usually had Rentology play Armor Fade and Shashi played Regen. And Shashi was the first Fade into every single fight, and then he instantly, let's say Herakles is holding here with a Shotty or something, Shashi would come in as a Fade and instantly turn away, while Rentology behind him was the second Fade and went in for the swipes. So Shashi was baiting bullets from Herakles, so the second Fade could go in for swipes. So usually, instead of like left right as Marines, you usually call out like we're shooting the first or the second Fade. So we both know what we're shooting.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. You save your ammo and everything for the thing you want to focus. You don't start, oh yeah, I'm gonna fucking solo that guy, and then your teammate can't help you. You listen to your teammate always. Exactly the same thing if you focus Lurks. Even if you know you are gonna die, you listen to your teammate. It's better to listen to a call than to mitigate your damage, like doing half damage. It's better to try to do full damage. Let's do some. Okay. No, we talked about. Yeah, all of this is like out of mostly out of combat. It was most of combat, mostly. So now I'm gonna with Spring we're gonna show you how to train more mechanical skill, fighting and shit, which is gonna be more fun for you guys. It's not spectating. But first, I want to come back again about, for the guys who are gonna watch this, what's the purpose of that shit? All with so right now, it's again the strongest ability to the alien, the Skulk especially, is surprise. Once you eliminate that, once you have to take it from them. If you are not proactive about it, if you are reactive about it, if you just let them do their shit and you don't impose your will on them, you won't take it away from them. So by being proactive, you steal surprise from them. So by checking your corners, checking your back, using your teammate, baiting doors, you are becoming a proactive Marine. You are playing. If you don't do all that, if you just stand still like noobs, you are not proactive at all. You will never steal surprise from your enemy. Once you steal surprise from your enemies, you will start winning much more fights. And you start dealing a lot more damage. That's the first thing. Second thing is, before I start talking about with Spring, we will show you how to train aim and shit. I'm a firm believer that a Marine who is insanely good at fighting Skulks is much more important than a Marine who is insanely good at fighting Fades or Lurks. Why? Because we'll take this example of two Marines, okay? Two Marines. So try to follow what I say. It's not that complicated. So the first Marine is this guy who is so fucking good against Skulks. You know, he's a fucking good laner, he's good baiter, he knows his basics, you know? He kills a lot of Skulks. He wins, he will, like let's say he has an insane KD, very good KD, and he wins the match. And then you have this other Marine who is like, yeah, but I killed the Fade and shit, but he's fucking shit at trapping Skulks, at laning, he's shit at baiting doors and shit like that. He only has very good aim, you know? A very good shotgun, for example, or shit like that. This second Marine, he loses the meta game because NS, it's about artis, you know? It's about imposing upgrades on your enemy, upgrading faster than them. If you can't do that, you will lose most of your matches. So you have to be a strong Marine against Skulks. The first thing, because I see people when I was helping some teams, you know, they were like telling me, oh yeah, can we do 1v1 with Fades? It's useless. It's useless. Me personally, Herakles, the player Herakles, I nearly never did 1v1 vs Fades or Lurks. What I did, you can even ask Springs sometimes when we are really playing serious, we would spend like 2-3 hours 1v1ing Marine versus Skulks. Because this is the most important skill in the game as a Marine, is to kill Skulks. If you have 5 Marines who are insane at killing Skulks, they will win their matches in 10 minutes every time. Because they will constantly pressure the Skulks and the Skulks can't achieve anything. If you have insane Marines against Fades, they will get ambushed. You know, they will get pack played, and they won't understand how to counter all that shit. So when you are training yourself as a marine, always train yourself to fight skulks. It's the most important. That's the first thing. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to say. Be a skulk killer before being a fade killer or a lair killer. This will come from the ability of killing skulks. This will come too. Okay. Can you go skulk? Okay. Can you guys give me like 1 minute? Let's make a little pause, and then we will show you combat skills.
Okay.
It's fine?
I'll be right back.
It's fine for everyone?
Yeah, we'll take a 5
Yeah, we'll pause it here.
5-minute break.
Okay. Yeah, okay. 5-minute break, guys.
5?
Okay.
Yeah.
That file is only 23 gigs, 24.
Fuck's sake. What's that, like an hour and a half, or?
A little, yeah, but I'm recording at 1440. So.
Why would you do that to yourself?
Because I have space. But it sucks, I'm recording TeamSpeak separately.
Hate it when that happens.
I know.
Okay, I'm back. Alright, let's go ups.
I think we should wait a bit though.
Yeah.
Couple of minutes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, by the way, guys, feel free if you want to go marine and try to check corners the way I did. You can do it.
Yeah, it's what I'm doing right now.
And you will see that it's much faster than checking with your crosshair.
Yeah, I gotta
Yeah,
break
I was
that
thinking
fucking
it, I was
habit where I
checking
check
with the
my
crosshair.
I got that bad habit of checking with my crosshair instead of using my screen.
Alright,
I
set
mean-
up.
Can you do me a favor? Can you just go to like the absolute edge of taking a corner for me for a second? Like the very edge you can stand on with your screen.
Like a side corner or
Yeah, side corner.
like for example here.
Yeah.
Wait, I need a better corner. Like this corner here.
Yeah, that's a good one as well.
Well, if I'm in front of it, I can check it just like that. But
I just
if
want
it...
to compare something with resolutions at the moment.
okay, wait, I will find a better one then. Here, I'm checking with the side of my corner. Here, I'm checking this corner. Wait, that is not. Okay, this corner here, okay?
Yeah.
Here, with the side of my screen, I'm checking it already.
Okay, she stands still there for like how far beyond like the sticking pillar can you see with your screen at the moment?
What?
Like it's like you see the pillar on the right of the paranoid, yeah? The pillar thing?
This pillar, yeah?
No, not that one. The third one on the wall, like the half pillar on the wall. Like
This one?
Yeah,
The
that
door?
one. Like yeah. How many feet do you reckon you can see past that at the moment where you're standing?
Here, I will show you where I see. Exactly,
Yeah.
I see here.
Okay, so it's the same basically. And I was just checking like the spec system in the game. It's really crap. Sometimes when you take corners on the record, it kind of looks like you're not really checking.
Okay.
But it's just a spectator system that's really garbage.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I didn't see the corner there. I think the
Yeah,
your camera is in front of mine.
Like, look, everyone, come to hub, all the guys who want to learn on shit. Come to hub. I will go skulk, and I will show you what I mean. Okay. Let's take wait. Let's take this corner here. Come here, guys, the Marines, and one by one, look. If I'm standing here in this corner, you can see that with your screen, without going passing this line here, you know, this line, you can still see me just with the side of your screen. You see?
Yeah,
You just-
I can see you.
Yeah? You see?
I am behind the pack.
Because the model of the skulk, him, because it's like in CSGO. The closest you are to a corner, the less field of view you have, you know? Because the skulk, he doesn't see you. The skulk doesn't see you, he see only your boots. But you see him because you see his model, which is close to the corner, and you are far away from the corner. In real life, it's the same thing. The farther away from the corner you are, the more field of view you have. It's a basic thing.
if you expect that a skulk is gonna sit right there where Herakles is, it's sometimes also better to look at him, so to get some extra bullets in before he jumps. But that's usually like if you're like 90% sure there's a skulk there.
You can do like you can do the same thing here on the top here. Look, if a skulk is standing like that against this wall, you just have to look a little bit up and you will see him. You don't need, you see?
Yeah.
Just by checking with the top of your screen. You see him right away and bam, you can shoot him down right away. Same thing if you go like in mess. A common ambush spot, come. This is very common. Yeah. If you come, let's say you are you spawned in server as Marines, and you have to cap mez, but there might be a skulk. A common ambush spot is here. You just need to check with the top of your screen a little bit, and you see him right away. It has to be it's again, it's a brain skill. You have to focus on what you are looking at. You don't focus on your crosshair. You focus on your screen, on the top of your screen. And as soon as you see him, you expect him to be here. Bam, you aim at him.
Is there special settings that would make you stick out more against the background?
Chams. You can increase your gamma.
I think my gamma is max.
So yeah, Jams.
While you're shooting at an RT, you are still constantly moving left and right, right?
I always move. I never stand still in the game. I never stand still. Never stop. As a Marine, I'm always sidestepping. Always. Because it keeps your in any game it keeps your fingers warm. If you start being much more passive, you will feel your hands get much colder.
Plus, wait, sorry. Plus, if you're playing Skulk and you're like jumping at a person who's shifting left and right, you're never gonna know like which direction he's gonna go.
Yeah.
He could completely juke you.
Which is what we are gonna show now.
It's actually a lot scarier to jump at a Marine who's sidestepping than a Marine who's standing still.
Okay, everyone is back here. The cable is here. Who was recording?
MST.
I am. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Is MST here?
Yes.
I just have to reset. That's all.
Sorry, can't recognize the name. Voice, I mean.
Yeah, you guys look at Ramler. Look, he's doing it good. Look, come here. Come as skulls. If you come as a skull here, and you see him laning like that. Look how he's laning. You see he's laning? He's laning like that. It's much more scary to have a Marine because you know this guy, he knows what he's doing, you know. So the skull, he has less options, you know, because if he comes close, he can engage me right away. Bam. Okay.
I'm recording whenever.
Okay. Okay. So you guys are gonna spec a little bit again. So it's again to show you stuff. Okay, you guys ready? That's good. Okay. Can I change damage?
Sure, she's on.
Is it 0?
Yeah, it works. It's working.
0.5?
How do I get
Yeah.
first person? For some reason I'm third.
Space.
Space, yeah, is jump.
Thank you.
Okay. So now we're gonna talk about something I like a lot, like the fighting mechanics of the game. Like a lot of people, since I am playing, they tell me I win fights that I shouldn't win, but it's because I abuse some mechanics of the game, especially against skulks. I think it's the most important again, knowing how to kill a skulk. Okay, first thing I'm gonna learn you guys is, like in Quake, there's three types of strafes. So here, I'm doing short strafes. Okay, these are short strafes. It's what I'm doing constantly. Constantly I'm short strafing. When I'm killing an RT, when I'm doing anything, short strafes. Like Spring told you, it adds surprise to your game. Because if you stand like that, you know, if you don't strafe a lot, the Skulk has more options. He knows where you're going. Like this, you could be sidestepping left like this, taking the distance, like I did. Or you could be sidestepping right, like this. So, short strafes, first thing. Second thing is middle strafes. Like this, a little bit longer. And then you have the long strafes, what I call long strafes. Okay. In Quake, you mix, what you want to do is you mix those strafes. So you do short strafes, long strafes, middle strafes, when you are in fight. All of this is to give you one thing, the back of your enemy. You always want to take the back of a skulk, always. This is your goal, taking his back. If you are defending a long corridor, of course you won't take his back because you will probably kill him before he engages. But if he comes to me, so let's do some fights like you know, the basic ground shit fighting. Come to me. So you want to always like that strafe around him. Do it again. I do short strafes, and what I do is when he comes close to me, I take his back. Okay, let's do it again, but fight. So if he engages, I shoot. I try to take his back, always. Again, I will not talk because it's harder to aim. Always, again. Again.
Are you jumping during the fight?
No,
Or
never.
Do you ever jump?
If you need to jump over something, then you jump.
Alright.
Is it normal for that Skulks to be standing so much still after you've gotten to?
There's nothing I can do, because look at his strafes. Like, he's doing circles around me. There's nowhere I can go to like out-juke him. Let's say he goes behind me, like if you go behind me. Like if I go left, I'm too far away from him to fight. And if I go right, do it again, like come here in front of me and go right. Like if he goes right, no wait, you go left, I'll go right. If I go right, he can go instantly back. So I have no options. Like he's basically playing my position. There's nothing I can do. The only thing I can do is pray that I will hit all my bites and he will die.
And I will expand on what he just said. Remember, if you rewatch that shit, I told you guys the walls are lava. You know, they are lava. Don't stand close to them because look, come to me, and stand still. Up. When he engages, if I'm standing here, he's far from walls. You know, so if I take his back, he can't juke me so much on the walls because I will be constantly behind him. If I'm do it again. Come, rush me again. If I'm standing close to the wall, he can use the wall, which I'm. Oh fuck! And now you know the newbie is like, oh fuck, I can't aim skulks. No, it's not that you can't aim skulks. It's that you do not know how to position yourself. Here, just by sidestepping, do it again. I'm denying his wall. You see? I'm denying the wall. He can't use the walls around me. So let's fight again, and I will take his back again, so you understand. You see?
Spring, what are you trying to do to kill Hera right now?
Hit all my bites. I mean, it's not gonna work in 0.5 damage, but in 1 damage, your DPS, as Hera said, is insane. Like, you should be able to kill him. You're not really, right now, you're not really practicing as a Skulk. You're giving your Marine the practice he needs.
Yeah, exactly. It's not Spring training, it's just me training right now. So what we would do when we are training is we would do like 100 kills each on Marine. It's the Marine against the Skulk always has the advantage. The only time, again, we are coming back again at the same shit. The only time the Marine doesn't have advantage on the Skulk is surprise. If you eliminate this surprise, you have the advantage. That's why all this learning session is about that, eliminating the surprise element. Here, if I stand here, I add to the game a surprise element. Because what? Come to me and use the wall. Oh, surprise, he used the wall. You see? If I'm here, he won't be using the wall, I know it. If he uses it, I'm backing off. But we will see this a bit later. So, okay, come back. What you want to do when you're facing a Skulk like that, you always want to long strafe. Okay? You start the fight by short strafing, but you want to take his back with long strafes, and always keep him in your crosshair with long strafes. What it allows you to is if you constantly like fight me. If you constantly short strafe like that, you are easier to bite and it's harder to aim. You see? Wait, I'm coming back.
I mean, to what I said earlier, as a Skulk, you also want to take their back, but it's a lot harder to do it as a Skulk than it is to do it as Marine.
Yeah, it's faster as a
But
Marine.
if you have that surprise, it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, come.
Why is jumping not an option?
I will. Wait, let's do it again. I will talk about jumping just after.
It's predictable.
And it's predictable.
It's
If you
separate
take the
walls.
back, you see my crosshair. Look my crosshair. You know, when I'm talking, I'm not really focusing on my aim, but just look at my crosshair, guys. When I do long strafes, go. You see, I nearly don't even use my mouse because long strafes. It's so much easier to aim with long strafes around the Skulk. While do it again with short strafes. With short strafes, I have to. You see, he take my back. It's impossible to track him. So yeah, the first thing in what?
So the short strafes are for when he's about to engage you and hoping he misses a bite, and then the long is to take his back and just kind of keep him on his toes. We'll keep him in the center.
The thing also is that like if you're playing, let's say, against a team in playoffs where there's like a ton of rounds to be played, if for the first round you play aliens and you see that your enemy Marines are only doing long strafes in these fights, then you can also try to cut him off. Like let's say Hera's going to my right, and then I'm just gonna cut him off here and try to take his back instead. So it's a lot like you need to mix this up, because if a Skulk knows you're only doing long strafes, he's gonna screw you up. Like there's nothing you can do about it.
Exactly. So that's why you mustn't do just that, like this, long strafes. You need to mix it up. Short strafes, and when he engages, long strafe, short strafe, long strafe, short strafe, long strafe. You see? That's very important. Okay, someone was talking about the the counter strafe. Yeah, jumping and shit. So in a fight, the only time you will see me jump is to take distance. So this is what I okay, let me come back to the beginning. There are patterns, okay, what I call patterns to the way a Skulk engages you. Do the strafing shit like against a shotgun. Okay, this is when a Skulk, you know, when you have a shotgun, he strafes you by going forward and strafing. This pattern, when you have an LMG, you beat it, do it. You beat it by taking his side again, his back, because it's easier to aim, okay? But you have another option, which is as soon as he starts doing that, you take distance. As soon as he starts doing that, you take distance. So do it, engage me like that. So I shoot him, and as soon as it up, I deal damage, and I go back. You see? So he can't engage me. So this is the first pattern of a Skulk. Those patterns, I always keep them in my head. So when I see them, I instantly know what to do. So the AD, what I would call the AD pattern, the pattern where he's constantly ADing, distance, always, distance. If I don't have time for distance, side. I take his side, right away. I never, ever, if a Skulk does that, you mustn't stand in front of him, never. If you stand like that, he will win the fight. You need distance, right away. I see that because I see like for example shotguns too. They stay in front of the Skulk and it becomes an aim duel, and the shotgun lose the fights. No, you take distance. It's okay. You will deal less damage. You will deal like 50 a shot, like from far away with the shotgun. But the Skulk can't bite you. Like do it again. Here I shotgun again. I go back. I shotgun, and in the end he will die. Okay, that's the first pattern. The second pattern again, where you will be jumping, is as soon he engages you right away with walls. Okay, do it. Okay, he's dodging on the walls. I can jump to take distance. Right away, you take distance. You want remember the momentum. Like you know, this wall corridor is momentum. So you step away from the momentum. Do it. I take distance right away. And some Skulks do the like dodging around, you know, baiting on the walls and shit. Okay, some Marines they're like that. They're trying, you know, they're trying to kill the Skulk. No, do it again. Don't do that. This is the second pattern. This is the baiting pattern I call. Do it. Bait me. Okay, well, as soon as he starts baiting, as soon as he starts that shit, back off. Do it. Okay, he's baiting, I back off. I back off right away.
And are you even trying to shoot him when he's doing that dodging shit?
No,
or are you're just getting distance, right?
Distance, right away.
Save your bullets.
Right away. You can burst a bit, but do it. Distance, right away. And no, I have the advantage, because I'm far away from him.
So when do you not take distance then?
When he engages me directly. So if he's not going for the wall and you see it right away, here he's not going for the wall, I engage him directly.
Okay.
I take his side. Most of the time, by being mobile like this, it gives you those options. Here I know, okay, he engaged me right away. I kill him. If he uses the walls, baiting shit. Okay, he's going for the walls. I back off. I shoot him of course, but I back off. Same thing, he does the AD pattern. We go in a fight. Oh, he start ADing, okay, distance. And I shoot him.
Does the same thing count for lurks when lurks are trying to bait your bullets?
No, Lux is different again. I will tell you.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so this is the first part of this training. Like when you guys will be 1v1ing, I want the Marines to always try to take the back of the Skulk, always. So bait them with middle strafes, short strafes, and then dodge around them to take their back with long strafes constantly. Second thing is something like people are starting to do too. It's tanking. What I call tanking, and people didn't do it a lot, like because it sounds retarded and it looks retarded. It's basically crouching against a Skulk. Okay. Why do I crouch against Skulks? It's there are three things that allows you to do that. It's the first thing is you look at my crosshair. It gets level with the Skulk, you know. So if he's ADing or shit like that, it denies the movement, you know, one part, because you are level to him. Second thing is, you know, if you know your comm is gonna med you. If there is another engagement on the map, you shouldn't do that because your comm is not gonna med you. You will lose the fight. And the third thing is, if your enemy is already a bit low, if you, like for example, come to me. If I know the damage, I can tank him. You see? And I only focus on my aim. This is... do it again. So I deal damage, and now I'm tanking him. Again. Okay, so this tanking shit is when you know you damaged your enemy already a little bit, you know? If he comes to me, like, come to me. Okay, here I didn't damage him enough, so I'm not gonna do it. Do it again. Okay, here I damaged him enough, so I know I can tank him. Basically, you, as a Marine, you have, like, bite me. You have more DPS than a Skulk. Again.
I mean, this only works for full damage though. Because my damage is a lot lower than yours with half damage.
Yeah, true. But again, you have the distance, so you will deal a bit more damage from the distance. So yeah, tanking, you can tank a Skulk when he's already a bit low and you know you're gonna get medded. Otherwise, don't do it. It's useless. Go for it. So yeah, this you can add to your fighting skills, the tanking shit. It's crouching him and focusing on your aim. But the most important thing is taking his side or his back. Always. Always. Okay, that's two first things. Third thing is strafe aiming. Okay, come to me. And AD me. Okay, when he's ADing, what you want to do is you want to follow him with your strafes, without using your mouse. You always try to strafe with him. Okay, again. Here I failed, but I'm trying to speak in the same time, so you understand. You see, I try to strafe where he's strafing. This is most useful when you are laning. So let's say you are rushing this wall. Do it again. So I come and I strafe aim the Skulk. Again.
So you're aiming with your AD instead of your mouse.
Exactly. I'm aiming with my keyboard. Here I'm
just Herakles. I was thinking, wouldn't it be easier to show it in mezzanine from a Skulk engaging from like above the RT?
Yeah, we can try.
We can just move down, move down the lane.
Ops is probably the best spot for like training this though.
Yeah, but I was thinking
as a
for strike
showcase,
aims.
maybe it's nice. You mean from here?
Yeah.
So you see here, I first when he came down, like this, I strafed to the right to follow him, and then as soon as he was on me and he started landing bites, I took his back. Always. When he's close, you take his back. Okay, go. Always. Try to take his back.
So this technique you use when your opponent's movement is predictable and it's horizontal. Basically, like if they're coming around a corner, then you'll strafe in the direction they're heading, keep your mouse steady, and shoot them in the face. Okay.
Exactly. Like if it's predictable, it's if they have a lot of. Often it's good if they have a lot of speed. You strafe aim them. You follow them with your keyboard, like this.
A good place would be in hub when someone's trying to sneak past you in a lane and you're like standing where Herakles is right now. And Spring is coming from the north side.
Yeah,
you strafe along with him in hub.
Like for example, he's trying to go by elevator and you're laning. What you can do is you just with your crosshair, you see, you just strafe aiming like this. Of course, you need to block him, but it's just to show. Do it again. Like this. You use your keyboard.
But I think this is what a lot of people do automatically, but they don't think about it.
Yeah.
I tested it once in a server for my own, and I tried to aim without moving my body, and it was very hard.
Yeah, it's much harder. But yeah, so this is strafe aiming.
I'm just gonna chip in. That's also why you strafe in fights. Like you're not. Also, like you're getting his back, but you're also helping your own aim with your strafes. You're not just strafing for no reason. You're strafing to mess him up, but you're also strafing for your own gain, so you can aim better.
That's one of the hardest things I find about aiming, because both my hands are going crazy on the keyboard and the mouse, and I'm over-aiming when I strafe. So it's hard for me to keep my mouse steady.
Yeah, it's because, like I said, you strafe too much.
Yeah.
As soon as they are close to you, you need to do long strafes to keep your aim steady, and then you can tank them. When we will, you guys can go. You can start joining. When we are fighting, your goal as a marine is you must never get beaten 3 times in a row. Okay, bite me. Here I failed. This is bad because I took distance from him and he beat me 3 times. Okay, again. Here, you see, I dodged 1 bite. Again. I'm gonna do bad now again. 3 times again. No, close to him. I dodge bites. So what you want is you to deny the 3rd bite or the 2nd bite, always. So you mustn't strafe too early and not too late. So as soon as he's like at bite range again, you take his back. As soon as that at bite range. Okay, join Marines and Aliens, and we're gonna 1v1 everyone.
Is there a difference in strafing right or left, or is it personal taste?
It's mostly personal taste. Yeah. I prefer aiming to the right, so I like dodging to the left. But it depends on the room too.
That sucks.
Yeah, exactly.
Sucks because I gotta go, so I'll catch you guys later. I'll watch
See
the
you,
rest of this. Somebody's recording all this jazz, right?
Yeah, I'm recording it all.
Alright, baller. Alright, cool. I'll check it out later. Thank you. Thanks for the lesson, sir.
No problem, man.
I will be in ops.
Okay, so make groups of 2, and I want like 2 guys North Tunnel, 2 guys Ops, 2 guys Logi, and guys 1 Skull, 1 Marine. Everywhere, and I'm gonna watch. How many are we? Okay, that's 14. That's good.
I'd rather back.
Yeah, I'm gonna spec them to see how they do. Okay, so what you're gonna do now, okay, we need a skull. Terence, can you go Logi with Ramler? Okay, so we have Mega Brian, we have Lemon Storm, and Ramler Terence. Okay, so this kind of training, what we would do, this is for me, this is the best training to train your aim against skulks, the 1v1ing. As soon as you die, like don't start fucking dodging on the walls and fucking hiding around corners as a marine or as a skulk. Just engage each other's. Constantly engage each other's. Okay? As soon as one dies, he respawns and he go again. You have to bind a Skulk, by the way, on Marine. Focus on taking the Skulks back, always.
Lemon, when he starts juking like that, remember to jump back and take space.
I'm trying to take my back.
Hera, do you play with view models?
No.
Start a little away from me, Terrence, so you're not directly in front of me when I respawn.
Really, Mega was really good, Mega. Exactly that. Lemon, same thing. That was really good. And Ramler. Take their back, constantly.
Hey, what was go?
Yes, Lemon, that's exactly it.
Didn't go so well from him to begin with.
Exactly.
It's harder to aim the distance when you're constantly short strafing. I think I need a little bit of training on this.
That's what you're doing now.
Yeah, don't fear to ask your Skulk. Like, the Skulk is here to train you. The one who is training is the Marine. If you want him to short strafe, tell him to do it.
No, I mean when I'm short strafing at my position
okay.
and shooting at the distance.
Come like that again.
We can also change if we want to.
Obviously,
I'm fine.
No, you're not, Terrence. Let's do it. I'm watching you, Terrence.
Go to the
You want to
console,
switch?
type, and then you ready
You
the
want to?
Marines. You can respawn with full health.
I don't know.
Every
I guess.
You are dodging too much, Terrence.
Okay.
Want to change point?
Yeah, sure.
Remember, you can tank him, Terrence, too. When he's low, tank him.
Okay.
This kind of drilling is very repetitive, but it's the best way to train your aim.
Oh, my mouse messed up.
Try to not get on the wall. It's fine.
Here, Lehman, that was
Oh,
good,
not
but you
bad.
could have taken distance from him. Distance. You see? He killed you because you didn't take distance. If he ADs, distance, right away. Back off.
That was good.
Yes, that's really good.
Alright.
No ammo turrets?
No, I failed, so I preferred restart.
I thought you fired all your bullets.
I'm trying to mix it up as well. Sorry.
Try switching to the pistol more, Lehman.
Fine, you need to get rid of going to the wall. Like,
Yeah. I mean, he's just aiming.
you can try focusing a bit more on aim. So,
Herakles, will there be more explanations I need to record or only training?
No, it's gonna be more mechanical right now. No explanations.
Okay.
Maybe
I'm
a
gonna
little.
shut down the recording.
Yeah.
Good shit, man.
Thanks, man.
Alright, I'm gonna go watch K-Mac lose together. It's gonna be great. He's got Zemba on his team now. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Oh wait, so is the training over then? This is
Yeah,
all
yeah,
mechanical?
yeah.
Drilling?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm going to gather as well.
please.
Oh, I didn't say I was gonna gather. I was gonna watch K-Mac lose together. That's more fun.
I have a question still about lurks. What do I do when they're trying to bait my bullets and flying around the ceiling and some shit?
Yeah, we can. I will show you after, just after. Continue training
Okay.
once you are warmed up.
So bad.
We can
dodging
play
was
because
good.
they're going to be late, so we'll take their spots.
Yeah, I'm good at dodging, but not very good at aiming. Oh, wow, did I even hit you once?
Yeah, I got
who
no
is that?
armor.
Era, can you please tell me if I'm doing it right?
What?
It's so much easier if you're just
Can you
strafing
please tell
rather
me if I'm...
than...
Yeah.
Can you
Because-
remove these words?
When he's far away, what you want to do is burst a little bit. Come close, take his back.
Command station taking damage.
Yeah, that was good, but you didn't need to switch your strafe. You were going left, you could have still gone left.
Okay, so you don't change your...
No, if he is not on you, you don't change the strafe. Yeah. Exactly.
Okay.
Nice work. Thank you very much, Hera.
No problem, man.
Are you leaving? It's still not.
Can you not? Is it done after that?
No, you can train. I will show you another thing. Just have that.
Okay.
If you guys have to go.
No.
I'm gonna prep for my stream later tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to have another session for life forms?
Yeah.
Can we change one time, Terry?
I have other things to show you.
Okay.
I will ask Ololoi and shit. Here we did just all the basics.
Lemon, just tell me when you want to switch.